5th of August, 31 past 1 p.m. in the afternoon in Australia. It's on a Saturday. Just decided to go pretty much live here. Just was looking at my blockfolio, and Bitcoin has just hit its all-time high. So it's going crazy right as I am recording this. So it's currently on. This is on Bitshares, and I know it will change on different exchanges, but it's hitting 3,078 here US. And it's just going crazy. So we had, well, I think it was about 3,120 for a moment, and this is a really good sign for Bitcoin. And I've been in a couple of the groups and sort of saying, where's the volume coming from? Well, I mean, since the 2nd of August, since we've had this fork, Bitcoin pretty much took off straight away. We had this big little mini crash here where people were consolidating or doing whatever they wanted to do with their Bitcoin and maybe moving it into BCH and getting their free coins. And now, as of today, a lot of the network actually went live for Bitcoin Cash, and a lot of those coins have then hit the market today. And pretty much, I'm not going to say that I sort of predicted this, but it was fairly well understood that once the network stabilized and all these free coins hit the market, there was going to be a number of people who aren't emotionally invested in BCH for whatever reasons, they don't believe in it, were going to sell, and they were going to sell for whatever they could get. BCH went from 750 US a couple of days ago when all the coins were only found on exchanges because the wallets were still closed and the network actually wasn't stable. So no wonder the price was inflated, and I think that caused an illusion of interest, and a lot of people thought that BCH was going somewhere, but it was very, very internal, and it was a small amount of people who had money existing on exchanges. And what we've seen as of today, the floodgates have opened up. I think BCH has, now if I click on this, Gecko, so that's the one in the middle here. You can see it has pretty much retraced fairly aggressively. Now I'll just go 7 days. So it went up from 760, these are just rough estimates, 735, 381 over the last 3 days, 217. And I think, the last day or so it's pretty much 50% here in the last 6, 7, 8 hours. So anyone that had BCH, you're probably best off holding it now, unless you just want to get out. But I'm not giving financial advice at all. That's up to you. I'm not involved with it, but I'm just interested in what's going on today. Now, where's my Bitcoin? There it is. Just bringing that back on live. It's like something very exciting, I feel. So we may find that even over the next few hours, because Bitcoin has been, it's not being pumped as such, but although you could say in the last 3 hours it has pumped, whether that's from just someone's taken a big stake out of BCH, or someone maybe it has nothing to do with Bitcoin Cash at all, and it's just new money entering the space. And as you can see, Bitcoin has been since the 2nd of August climbing quite steadily, and to get an all-time high and break through all those resistance points, and all the traders would be very, very excited about that, because that sort of opens up a doorway to the next stage of Bitcoin, and you might find it hits 4,000 and into this space now, because of the Coin Telegraph. There'll be quite a few Facebook social media posts about it, and there'll be a lot of talk about it, and even I don't think we're finished yet for the day. I mean, to hit an all-time high just in the last hour is great, but where's it going to go? It might not even stop. We might find could hit 4,000 by the end of the night, but that's speculation. All I wanted to do is just do a quick video just to let you know that Bitcoin has hit an all-time high of around about 320 US relative to the exchange that they're on. And good news for cryptocurrencies, you're going to find a lot of this money will sort of flow back into the alts. There's no doubt, I think even with this type of aggressive influx of money, you'll see a lot of people take their $100, $200, $300. So this might retrace back under the 3,000 pretty quickly. But where it goes from there, who knows? Who knows? Something else I just wanted to share with you, and this is just stuff that I notice I'm invested in about 21 different coins. I've got different percentage of portfolio. It's not a very balanced. I've got three, four, five coins that I've got a heavier investment in, and then I've got a nice a spread across a whole heap of series of different coins. But what I've found is, obviously when Bitcoin tends to go on a big run like this, a lot of people sell out their existing coins. If they're on the exchange, a lot of traders might sell out, of a Bitshares or a Digibyte or something else. It's pretty common to see them all pretty much retrace almost instantaneously and sell it into Bitcoin, and then just hold and ride the wave. And then they might sell the Bitcoin back into an alt when the alt crashes down to a certain price that they're interested in. Some people are moving it off the exchange and turning it into fiat and just holding that fiat, and then buying Bitcoin or the others at different stages based on price. But what I've noticed is what I've been looking at is which altcoins tend to resist the big movements. So I'm not talking about their own little ecosystem. I'm talking about the big movements of Bitcoin or events, such as, the 1st of August was a real test for all of these different altcoins. This event pretty much affected all the alts in one way or another. But what I did find, and this is only relative to the ones that I'm interested in and invested in, I found Verge and REDDCOIN, which are two little minnows. Verge in itself a little bit more so tends to hold really strong. It's very, very stable, and there's a lot of big community there, and there's a big buy wall as well. So what I found is it doesn't seem to retrace as aggressively as, say, if you go and have a look at the Digibyte chart. And I'll see if I can actually bring it up for you. Right, so this is Digibyte in the last, as you can see here, just in the last hour or so since this Bitcoin event has happened. And what I'll do is I'll duplicate that, quickly go, actually I can, I'm going the long way. Oh, I hate that when you know the easy way and you decide to go the long way. Why would I do this? Either way, I'll be able to pull it up. Here we go, Verge. Okay. I know what the call sign is. I could just do that in the browser, but for some reason. And then you look at Verge, and Verge has gone horizontal for the entire time. So as you can see, that the value of Verge has gone up while Digibyte is on the retrace. So sometimes you, as a trader, and this is not trading advice, I'm just giving you little insights to what I noticed, is that you could put you could utilize Verge as a hedge against some dynamics within the market. And because things like Bitcoin has gone up, Verge's price has gone up because the sell has not actually occurred in this particular cryptocurrency. So for a certain percentage of your stake, you could actually sell some Verge here and move it into, say, a Digibyte while it's hitting a low, and maybe bring it back after they recover, and vice versa. And you can make quite a considerable little percentage, 10-20% gains when you do things like that and you notice them. It's all relative to the stake and how much you're willing to move around. I've done it a couple of times. What I'm more using Verge for is I'm actually using it as a bit of a store of my wealth at the moment in the cryptocurrency space. And I've got I tend to put any loose little bits of my cryptocurrency investment into Verge, and just allowing it to, I suppose, grow. I actually feel that Verge has got a lot of potential, and because it seems really stable, it sort of gives me a lot of confidence. And there's got to be other coins. I'm just speaking from experience from that one. Red's the other one. It's very cheap, and it's sort of they sort of out of the limelight, and I think that's what this is about. And I think some of these coins sort of tend to just sort of, under the radar. That's the terminology I was after, and that doesn't seem to be affected as much overall. And you can see for the last month here, pretty much from the 7th, 12th of the 7th, almost a month, Verge has pretty much gone horizontal the whole time, even with all these dynamics. It's all on the same page. There's no doubt there was a little bit of a retracement, and there's all sorts of stuff going on earlier, a couple of months ago. But this is just food for thought, and I like observing and learning and putting your I suppose this information to good use. And that's all I had. Bitcoin hitting an all-time high. I'm going to leave it at that, and let you guys go and tune into my next video. Let me know what you think will happen next for Bitcoin in the video, in the video comments on my YouTube and on steem.com at Sebastian Jago. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, tune into the next video.